Good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome to our annual Vertical Band Concert. This is one of our favorite concerts, and if any of you have been to any of the high school concerts, you know that I say that at every concert. And I am guilty of that, it's true. But this one today is one of the favorites. We get an opportunity tonight to hear our beginners, all the way through our seniors who are about to graduate. Many of them have made the rounds right around the gymnasium throughout these past years that they've been involved in the program. I want to take a minute, please, and ask you, how many of the parents, how many people in the audience played an instrument in school? Ah, look at that. That's awesome. Excellent. That's great. That's great news and actually really important because it kind of shows you how important music is to your education and to, more importantly, the happiness in our lives. The last couple weeks have been difficult in this community, as you are aware, the sudden and tragic loss of one of our 7th grade band members. And as we start to work through the grieving process, it's a painful reminder of how precious and important all of our kids are and all of us are, and that we all have a unique impact on each other. And that impact reaches far wider than we ever expect. I'm glad to be here tonight. I'm glad our kids are here tonight. I'm glad we get a chance to celebrate music and life together. And I'm glad that we have music to share together. So welcome, and thank you for being here. I'm going to turn our concert over to Mr. Samiaggio, and we'll get going.
So our first group up this evening is our 5th grade band, or our Woodland Band. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to go over there once a week to work with them as a group. We have wonderful teachers that are over there doing all the hard work, teaching them how to play, how to read, and all that. And then I get to work with them and teach them how to play as an ensemble on Mondays, which is a lot of fun. And we really only had about 2 or 3 practices from our winter concert to get ready for this concert, because I only get to see them on Mondays, and we lost one Monday because of a holiday. So we did a tremendous amount of work in a very short period of time, and they've become really good players in a very short period of time. I also would like to thank the high schoolers who came over on Mondays to take time out of their busy schedule to help them get ready, which was a lot of fun. And we have a few high schoolers that are sitting in, so these are not 5th graders. They stayed back a few years, and so no, they are not 5th graders. They are high schoolers that are just kind of filling in, sitting in with us, and we have an 8th grader also sitting in with us this evening, just to help us along. And we're going to play a piece for you entitled Monuments. So after the students come from Woodland, they go to Stacy Middle School, and that's when I first get to start working with the 6th grade band. And we go from rehearsing once a week to rehearsing 4 sometimes. Well, the maximum is 4 times a week. So we get a lot more time in. So you're going to hear a huge difference in what we can play because of the amount of time that we get to rehearse and to practice, and we do our lessons and all that fun stuff. So we're going to play 2 pieces for you. We're going to start with Beethoven's famous Ode to Joy melody from his 9th Symphony. And then we're going to play a piece entitled Autumn Fanfare. So our first piece up will be Beethoven, and then we're going to play a piece entitled Autumn Fanfare. Sixth graders graduate to 7th grade. Some of the things that we start adding to our responsibilities is the Veterans Day, the Memorial Day Parade. Coming up in May, we have the Celebrating Milford Day Parade. These are all really cool things that we get to do in 7th and 8th grade, along with more music. What else do we do? We do all sorts of stuff. We're going to be playing for the Memorial Day Assembly at school, and then we have opportunities to play in our jazz band at Stacy. There's also something called the Central District, Junior Central District Ensembles, which is an audition-based group for the best 7th and 8th grade musicians in central Massachusetts, from Auburn to about 495. So it's about 1,000 kids audition, and I think they take about 300 or 400 kids, maybe a little less than that, to be in a band, chorus, orchestra, and jazz band made up of some of the best musicians in 6th and 7th grade in that central part of Massachusetts. So I'm proud to say that we have 2 members of our 7th grade band who were accepted. Rhea was accepted. Please stand up so we can acknowledge you. She was accepted into the Central District Chorus, and our Arthur on tenor sax was accepted into the band. We're going to play 2 pieces for you now. The first one is entitled Chester Variations, and the second one is entitled The Crossings. And now we move on to the 8th grade band, which is one of my favorite groups to work with because they're a little bit older, they're a little bit wiser, and we can have a little more fun. We learn a lot of cool music, we do a little more difficult stuff. And percussionists, while I've got your attention, do we have all the claves, all the fun stuff is over there if you're looking for it? Somewhere over there. So for our spring concert last year as 7th graders, we tried something that's kind of hard to do. We played a song in a weird time signature. For those of you who are not musicians, 99.9% of the songs that you hear everywhere is in what we call 4/4 or common time because it's very common. And if you do anything that's not in 4/4, it gets really difficult fast. So we played a song in 5/4, but it was kind of easy because it was a melody that everyone was familiar with. It's the theme from Mission Impossible. So when we got into 8th grade, I decided to throw at them a 5/4 piece that's not Mission Impossible, and it's so well written, you probably wouldn't have known that it was in 5/4, except that I just told you that. So, well done, guys. Thank you. So we're going to play a piece entitled Midnight Escape. That's, for the musicians out there, it's in 5/4. For everyone else, it's going to you're going to go, this sounds like Mission Impossible, but it's not. Trust me, it's not. Oh, and in our 8th grade band, on French horn, Joshua Anderson was also accepted into our Central District. I haven't gotten the music yet. I'm not sure if he's in the band or the orchestra yet. Okay, he's probably in the band. But we'll get the music probably this week and we'll find out. So, here is our 8th grade band playing for you Midnight Escape. Well done, guys. Stacy and Woodland musicians, excellent job. It's now my time to pass the baton to our high school band teachers. And I bet they do not have a cool, glowing baton like I do. So, sorry, Lang.
Mine's plain white. Miss Palm and I were sitting back there going, what is that in his hand? We couldn't figure it out. It's a light-up baton. It's like a lightsaber. That's really... I would like one of those. Anyways, Stacy and Woodland Band's very nice job. Very nice job. Yes. I always get very excited when I get to this concert. It's one of my favorites too because I get to see all of you guys traveling around the gym every year and getting, oh, I get to use it? We might have to turn off the lights for this, I don't know, but you have your music memorized, right? So okay. Thank you, Mr. S. Anyways, as I was saying, one of my favorite concerts as well because I love seeing the kids kind of graduate from each spot around the gym up to the high school. Because you guys remember being over there, right? Yeah, not too long ago. It goes by fast. And on that note, I would like to take an opportunity to thank Mr. S for all the work he does because by the time they get up to us at the high school, they are really, really good musicians. And it takes a great teacher, and Mr. S is a great teacher. So thank you. I also want to thank Nadine Pomeroy, our fearless leader, wherever she is, our director, she keeps our entire department, K through 12, running very smoothly. Thank you very much. Our music department, all of our teachers, K through 12, it feels like a family. We're all friends with each other, so it makes coming to work a lot of fun. And your kids make coming to work a lot of fun as well. So I want to thank all of you for getting your kids to rehearsals and performances and your support at all the performances, from marching band to jazz band to percussion ensemble to concert band and all the stuff in between. So thank you very much for all of your support. So we have a really busy spring coming up for the high school. Lots of exciting stuff coming up. But before I talk about that really quickly, I want to acknowledge Central District participants for 9 through 12. There's a senior division. We had several students make it into districts this year in vocal, orchestral, and instrumental band side. So if you are in Central District, vocal or instrumental, stand up, please. So the percussionists are acting funny because two of my percussionists got in, Matt Hildebrand and Ronan Fleming. We also had Annie Flanagan. Gianni Pano. And Emily Fry on vocals. Emily was also accepted into All Eastern Chorus. A nice job. So like I said, we have a very busy spring coming up. A couple things going on. I take percussion ensemble down to URI every year, so our festival's coming up early March. Then we all get to go to Disney this year, late March. So we are busy little bees working on our music for Disney. And what you see before you is the combined band. It consists of concert band and wind ensemble. Nadine works with the wind ensemble for the most part, which is our audition group, and I work with the concert band on audition group. So we're very excited for all the stuff coming up. And please keep track of us, like us on Facebook, MHS Music. And you can keep up with what we're doing all spring. So, without further ado, we are going to play 2 selections for you. The first one is an arrangement of a folk tune, When Johnny Comes Marching Home. And the second one is a concert band march by Carl King called Alamo.